divide the coordinates of the points that divide the interval between 3, 4, and -5, 1 in the external ratio of 2 to 3, right? External means minus. There's going to be a minus there. Yep. All right. So the way we do it is we do it like this. The very first point that you see, you write to the left. Right. So 3, 4. That's the very first point you see. So you write it to the left. The very second point you see, you write it to the right, which is -5, 1. Got it?
Yep.
Yep. Now there is a formula that you can use, but you don't need to use the formula. This is what you do. Then it's in the ratio 2 to 3. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. So here's what you do. You basically do this. That by that, that by that. Okay? So let me show you what you do. Now, just remember also that there will be a, yeah, and you need to make sure that you put the negative there, right? You can either put it there or you can put it there. It really doesn't matter, right? Where you put the negative doesn't matter as long as one of them's negative, not both. If they're both negative, the negatives will cancel each other out, right? And it'll be an internal division. But if it's an external division, as long as one of the two is negative, it should be okay. Got it? So here's what you do. Let's put the negative in front of the 2, right? -2 times -5, what's that?
10.
Yep, so -2 times -5, right? Which is 10, plus, right? Then you do this one here, 3 times 3. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Right? All over -2 plus 3. Got it?
Yep.
So that's going to be your x-coordinate of the point of division. Okay? What do you think we do for the y over here?
-2 times 1.
Beautiful. You do the same thing but with the y coordinates, right? So -2 times 1. Yep. What goes here? Plus. Good. And then?
3 times 4.
Yep. 3 times 4. Right. All over.
-2 plus 3.
-2 plus 3. Good. So let's work this out. -2 times -5 is +10. Plus 3 times 3 is 9. All over -2 plus 3, which is +1. Does that make sense? Comma. And that should be a comma. Yep. And then on the other side, we do the same thing. What is it? -2 times 1 is -2. 3 times 4 is 12. So we're adding 12 and we're also putting that over 1. Anything over 1 is just itself. Yes? 10 plus 9 is 19. -2 plus 12 is 10. 1910 is your answer. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Is that right? Just do you want to check your answers with the answer in the back? Make sure that's right.
Yep, that's right.
Okay, cool. Does that make sense? So it's really important that you line up, right? Where is it? You line up those ones with those ones. Okay? So basically it's 1, 2, 1, 2. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yep. Yep. So the first point lines up with the first ratio. The second point lines up with the second ratio. Yep. That'll always be the case. If in doubt, just follow that rule. Got it?
Yeah.
Usually with these sort of questions, right, the relationship between the roots and coefficients is going to look like this. The sum of the roots, one at a time. The sum of the roots, two at a time, which is alpha, beta plus alpha, gamma plus beta gamma. Yep. And the sum of the roots, three at a time. In other words, in this case, it's just the product of the roots. Got it? Now, what's each one of those going to be equal to?
Minus B over A.
So for the first one, minus B over A, which is minus 2 over 1, which is what? Minus 2. Got that? And then the sum of the roots 2 at a time, it's going to be minus 3 over 1, which is going to be what? Minus 3. And the last one is the product of the roots is going to be minus 4 over 1. Yep, C over A, which is going to be minus 4. Got it? Yep. So this one's going to be minus B on A, C on A, minus D on A. Got it? That's your C. That's your D. That's your C. That's your B, and that's your 1, which is your A. Got it? Yeah, and that's how you get those values there. Now, the big question is, how do you then get alpha squared plus beta squared plus gamma squared, right? Now, can I just say this is what's going to happen? It's going to be alpha plus beta plus gamma all squared. Now, how do I know this? Because it's basically from experience, right? And then over here, you've got minus 2 lots of alpha beta plus alpha gamma plus beta gamma. Can you see what's going on?
Yep.
Right. See, basically it's this. And I'll do this. Sorry, I'll use a good boy. So alpha plus beta all squared is actually equal to alpha squared plus 2 lots of alpha beta plus beta squared. You see that?
Yep.
Yeah, which is basically alpha plus beta squared is equal to alpha squared plus beta squared plus 2 alpha beta, right? So alpha plus beta, alpha squared plus beta squared is going to be alpha plus beta all squared minus 2 alpha beta. Got that? Yep. Cool. So that's going to, if you extend that to 3, it's going to be the same thing. Got it?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So it's just going to be that, right? Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of this because now you know basically where it comes from, yeah? So now, what's alpha plus beta plus gamma? Minus 2, right? So that's actually equal to minus 2 squared. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So that corresponds with that. And then you've got this bit here should correspond with the next bit, and then this bit minus comes in here, and we're going to make that minus, and then the rest of this would be minus 2 times what? Minus 3. Right. And that bit there is simply just that bit. Got that? Simplify all that. Minus 2 all squared. Positive or negative? Positive. Minus 2 times negative 3. Plus 6, so positive 6. And then you got the minus there, which is that bit there. Got it? Minus.
How come you have a minus?
Sorry?
How come you have a minus?
Because you got to take into consideration this minus here. That goes there.
And how come
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry. That should be a plus. Yeah, okay, because that's positive 2, because we've already got this minus here. Right? So you can ignore that minus there. So it ends up being plus 6, yeah? Got it? Ends up being...
Yep.
Yeah. Is that the answer in the back?
Yep.
Yeah, thought it might be.